I want to tell you this straight up. The new supply did not win. Just because your narcissist went off with a new supply and the new supply made you feel like, you know, but you're not better than them and they're better than you, they did not win. And I also want to clarify new supply most of the time didn't enter the narcissist life the way we did. You know what I mean? When you walked in, you had no baggage and you didn't have any inclination that the narcissist was dealing with anybody. You came in fair and square. You got in a relationship with them fair and square. You didn't take them from somebody. Even though you were competing with other people and not they wasn't letting you know that, you didn't take them from somebody knowingly. Most of the time the new supply does. You know what I mean? And when they do that and they, bring the awareness that they know about you, there's a high chance that they're a narcissist themselves. I want to emphasize that. If they come into the narcissist life and you're with them and they know about you and you know they know about you because you've had interactions with them about inappropriate behavior between them and the narcissist, because like I always say, it's the work wife or the work husband. There's a high chance that they're narcissistic themselves, straight up. And you may feel like that they went off into the sunset. You may feel like you're the lowest person on earth. You may feel like you have nothing to offer to anyone else after you and the relationship between you and the narcissist ends. You're going to feel withdrawal from yourself, straight up. And the devaluation stage and the discard is designed to make you feel as such so you can be shelved until they feel like coming back to revitalize and bring you life. Because they know you're still thinking about it because you have unanswered questions to your emotions that they gatekeep on purpose to make you feel this way. But know this, that new supply ain't free from the same thing you dealt with. And it's gonna be worse because I said if the new supply knows about you, which a high chance they do, it's gonna be worse. But let me tell you why it's gonna be worse. I need you to understand how they treated you and how they did you the entire time you were with them. How they were disrespectful, talking crazy to you wherever, in front of whoever, establishing that dominance, that power over you, that leverage over you. They know you want them around them. They know you want attention from them. They know you want intimacy from them. They know you want love and the care that you brought awareness to them at the beginning of the relationship. They know you want that from them. So they withhold it and or they tease you with it as a reward type thing. You know what I mean? I know this sounds crazy me saying all this, but it's just reality of it all for real. I'm just calling it how it is. That new supply is going to position themselves to where this is going to be a forever thing with them. That what you went through with them, they're going to do that with them as well, and it's going to be worse because, like again, these are narcissistic people. So understand all the things that the narcissist lack to give you that you've ever called the narcissist out on or try to figure out and or was painful. They're both going to do that to each other. I don't know if you know that or not, but I want you to understand that. That's why I always say you not having contact with them and you not talking to them anymore and you respectfully separating yourself and go heal respectfully, you're doing more good to yourself, but also giving the narcissist new relationship a narcissistic wound, an injury. And what I mean by that is that they know they can't come back to you. They know you're so far off in the no contact phase that not even a Hoover of any sort can bring you back to them. They thought they put you on the shelf for them to come back, and you went off and did your thing. You went off and became a better you. What happens is with the narcissist, when they figure that out, when they find out that they can't talk to you the same and or even approach you and or have any kind of conversation whatsoever, any kind of contact whatsoever, they know that they're stuck with the new supply. The narcissist knows the new supply, is who they are. And I want to say this. Let's just take narcissism out for a second. I want to say this. Whenever you try to get in a relationship with somebody who's already in a relationship, you're wrong. Period. So remember that in the back of your mind. But again, back to the narcissist and the new supply. When they see the new supply is okay with them being in a relationship with somebody else, that narcissist now knows that this other person that they don't even think is a narcissist, they think they can manipulate them as well. Because I'm gonna get into that, but they now know that new supply is going to abide by any toxic standard going forward. Hear me, any toxic standard going forward. Because if you was cool with this, you're gonna be cool with the next thing and the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. You feel what I'm saying? But the new supply, who's more than likely a narcissist too, is going to play the same game with them. They're going to have that power struggle. Understand at the beginning of their relationship, they were love bombing each other heavy, trying to save each other from, the empathic people that they both were with. And I'm only saying that based off assuming that you are, and I know that I am type thing. You know what I mean? But like, they were trying to save each other from the empath that they were with. Even if you don't identify as an empath, I got it. But they were trying to save each other from the empath they were with. And in that process, it's love bomb, heavy, heavy, heavy. And they build that false sense of love. And the reason why I say it's false sense of love, because the attention you were giving them, trying to break them up, it was feeling that desire to be with each other anyway. We got to be with each other anyway because this feels right. This feels great. This feels awesome. You know what I mean? While also doing that to the people they were with. Understand that for real. Understand that heavy. I'm about to get into it deeper. That new supply is going to do the same thing that narcissists did to you, to them. And they're going to do it so much to where it's going to be so many conflicts, so many, I just want you to love me the way that I want you to love me when I got with you because I saw you the way that I saw you. That's what the new supply is looking at the narcissist like. But the narcissist looking at the new supply like, well, you knew I was toxic because look what you agreed to. Look what you decided to, join me in on tearing down, the person that I was with. I joined in with tearing down the person you was with. I made them feel like as such, joking with them, protecting our friendship from our relationships that we were in. Like, hear how I'm saying that because it's real. They're thinking that way. Why that new supply think this is going to be happily ever after, not knowing that they're getting love bombed. But again, they're so shallow emotionally that they can't even see that starting off the relationship like this, and this is the foundation. This is sand. Y'all foundation of getting with each other is sand. The new supply of the narcissist. It's complete sand. You feel me? There's nothing concrete or solid about it. And with that struggle of sense of a real relationship, you're going to always try to go back and forth to how it used to be and use it used to be like this, or use moments and try to recreate these falsified moments that were built on sand to keep their relationship afloat. Mind you, me, we all healing. This is happening right now in their relationship. Understand, like, those narcissists are going to have a power struggle over a relationship, period. And from time to time, you may also hear information about whatever the case may have you, or you might just see it. And they'll bounce from relationship to relationship after you, relationship to relationship to relationship, because they're trying to manipulate the next narcissist, not knowing if they're narcissists themselves. But we just going to the initial point about the new supply that you knew about and the narcissist that you were with. Understand what intimacy really means. You can't really have true intimacy with anybody if you don't have mutual respect, if you don't have the desire to actually have empathy, and you lack those emotions. And with me mentioning those three, neither one of them have the capacity for that. They'll just future fake you, thinking that they can tell you that, and you're going to have that vision that you can always lean upon, that hope they gave you, because they future fake you. They future faking them. They'll act like they're happy and partying and cool and everything is rad. Yeah, that's cool. But understand, they're pretending to be happy with each other. Hear me. They're pretending to be happy with each other the way you were pretending that you were amused by that narcissist when they were doing all the stuff that makes you uncomfortable. You were pretending to like it, but the new supply is really going with it. They're not gonna hold them accountable for it. Why? Because they're scared to lose them to somebody else. And that narcissist has given them that fear by saying that I will go do something that you don't like, to make you feel some type of way in order to manipulate you to be how I want you to be. They're doing that to each other constantly. 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 One is making a grandiose situation about hanging with these people, telling that new supply. Now the new supply is using this grandiose situation to tell the narcissist, like, that's going on right now. I need you to understand that. You know what I mean? I get so many comments and stories from people who message me about their situation or comment on my, videos, whatever the case may have you, and relate to what I'm saying on camera as if I've been through that. I know exactly what it is because I heard this and I heard that. Yeah, they're doing that to each other right now. There is a power struggle in that relationship, and the only thing that's going to bring that relationship any kind of passion is if one of them lets the other one manipulate each other more. But that's not going to happen. They're going to always want to desire that control over each other. And that is a very toxic relationship. Again, the relationship was built on sand. You were there. You were trying to make a concrete relationship with the narcissist, but they're built that off of sand because they built it off you. They built it off how beneath you felt, how less than you felt, how unworthy you were. The narcissist built their relationship with the new supply about the grandiose stories of negative things that make you look negative to them, to entice them to save each other. But when they get together, and they find out how they really are, and they find out how empty each other really is, there is going to be so much conflict, or also is happening right now. There's so much conflict that you don't know about. You feel me? Sometimes this information may get to you, or you just hear these stories, but like, that's happening right now, straight up. The blessing is that you don't have to deal with that no more. That's the blessing. You don't have to put yourself through the everyday struggle of keeping your mind sane, dealing with the insanity. You don't have to deal with that curse. You feel me? Let them have their circus, because it is. And they'll uphold that falsified relationship to everybody because they've what's the word, sold the show. Like I said in my last video, they need entertainment. They need an audience. And then when that narcissist starts to show that narcissist that neither one of them is a good audience member, they'll go find other audience members, and they make to irritate the other narcissists. That's gonna happen. They're gonna irritate each other. They're gonna use these situations about each other and never be able to have on good terms. The only way that they can get through their relationship and stay together for the most part is if both of them pretend to like it. Like, straight up, they both have to pretend, and it's a high chance that the new supply, because the new supply came in the way that they came in, they have to lower themselves in order to keep the narcissist while also combating their own emotions, because they don't know why this is happening to them. They thought they were better than you. You made it seem like, I'm talking as if like I'm the new supply to the narcissist, but like, you made it seem like we were going to be like this and be like that after y'all relationship. Da, 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 da. No, you're an audience member too. While trying to make them an audience member, and they're not gonna. I want to point this out in narcissistic relationships too. I really want to point this out heavy. Narcissists get in a relationship with the sole idea of everything evolves around them. Period. Guy, girl, bro, sis, however you want to do it. They get in a relationship with the sole idea is going to evolve around them. And when they see that it can't be like that 24/7, the way the new supply gave it to them, when they were doing the whole toxic flirting and toxic like playing and doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing in a relationship with other people, like, that's going to make them feel like, oh, I need to find more supply. I need to find more fuel. You know what I mean? I need to go find somebody's going to completely be okay with this. And they'll keep doing that until they find the necessary supply to feel sufficient. But even then, it's not enough. They're gonna always desire that. That's what I'm saying about the new supply. Like, they're gonna desire it from other people as well. All of it's a bunch of sand. The whole relationship is sand. There's nothing strong about it. And even if it's lasting this long and you're looking for the downfall, whatever the case may have you, even if it's lasting as long as it's been lasting, it's lasting off fumes. It's lasting off a perception to make you feel some type of way. Again, if you've been through the situation if you've been through the circumstance of the new supply coming in, and they know about you, if you've been through that particular circumstance, I'm telling you, it's not going to be a great time for them the way you think that it is after they discard you. Especially if you remove yourself and you go completely no contact and never talk to them again. That's a narcissistic injury. And they have to find something to heal that injury. And if they can't get it with a new supply, more than likely, and 9 times out of 10 they can't, because it's just one person. They need more people. They need multiple people. They need to feel like they're in a relationship with all kind of people in order to feel whole. Because the biggest thing is them distracting themselves to feel whole. I know that sounds crazy, but they have to distract themselves with multiple people in order to feel whole. They can't do that with one person, especially another narcissist. Another narcissist is going to put them through the same pain that they put you through. Eventually all this stuff is going to happen. Eventually the narcissist is going to talk to them crazy, treat them however, and they're going to feel the right to be able to come in and out of their life the way they feel like it was the right to do yours. Straight up. I know a lot of this information can be hard to believe, because I know some of us may be at the beginning of all this and or going through it right now, but I am here to tell you, it's not a sunset ride with them. They're not over there chilling. People chilling. I got it. But it's not over there as peaceful as you may think that it is, and they're not better than you. They're not. They're going to make it seem like that, but it's not the case. And the narcissists make it seem like that the friendship they have with the new supply while y'all going through it, that their friendship is more important than y'all relationship. That already right there, when they start to do that switch up of what is more valuable with friendships in y'all relationship, you need to remove yourself, because you'll always be competing with friendships. At least to your perspective, it's a friendship. To them, it's the situation that they created with another supply in order to get out what they're getting out that they can't get from you and or are getting it from you. They just need multiple people to give them the same thing. It's a game. It's a game. It's to keep you shelved. It's to get you to control yourself the way they want to control you. Because once they get you to be programmed the way that they think that they want you to be, and you assume that I should be this way because because whenever I act lower than myself, they like that. So let me just let them do whatever it is, and you'll unconsciously do that over time. You feel me? The new supply has no choice but to comply with anything. They have no choice. They can say no, but whenever they say no in their situation, it's a high fear that they're gonna lose them to somebody else to the same situation. And I promise you, that new supply is thinking about that. And if they're not thinking about that, the narcissist is gonna make them think about that by doing the same thing they was doing to you, to them, triangulating you with other friends. Barely telling other people that they're together. But that show that they sold to people, they're trying to uphold that as much as they can. But it'll break down and fall apart in other people's faces, just like it did in you, or just like you protected the narcissist from your friends or family's opinions, and they're trying to show us a great relationship, but they were still disrespecting you in front of them. They're doing that over there with the new supply. They're doing that over there with the new supply, and the new supply is just taking it. And the moment that narcissist new supply is going to try to do the same thing to them, but it's not going to be as potent because the new supply chased that narcissist. It's who did it first most of the time too, though. And I'm saying this because I want you to understand, when you remove yourself, and I'm telling you all these situations, that when you remove yourself, you don't have to think about and or deal with stuff like this anymore. That's the blessing. That's the W. You didn't lose nothing. You can't lose somebody that you was never with. You feel me? In your mind, you were with them. In their mind, yeah, this was just something to do. I always emphasize that. In their mind, it was something to do until they find the next person. The next person cool with the toxicity because they don't like to be clamped down. The word relationship with a narcissist makes them feel controlled, that they have to be a certain way. They don't like that. They don't like feeling like a caged bird, especially by another narcissist. You feel me? Like your accountability is not control. Your accountability is to say, hey, this is hurting me because I don't act this way towards you. You feel me? But to them, that's controlling. I can't be with you unless you're not free and go with the flow. That's how you like to live, free and go with the flow. And we just have fun and be spontaneous. Like all these things are cool to say, but when people start to behave that way in a relationship, that's the issue. That's the problem. And that's the issue the new supplies go forever run into with the narcissist until it gets so heavy and toxic that they end up mutually ending or mutually trying to be, less as love bombish at the beginning with each other further in the relationship until somebody leave. That's what's going to happen. And even if they don't leave each other, this is going to happen forever. And I'm just telling you, you don't have to deal with it. You don't have to worry about that because you're a wholesome person. You'll find somebody else wholesome as well. That you don't have to do all these tricks and flips through fire rings to keep somebody's attention, to keep somebody loving you. You feel me? That's really all I want to emphasize about this particular video. The narcissist will more than likely get with a narcissist if the new supply knows about you. They're a narcissist, and this is what's going to happen. So you worrying about if the new supply is better than you? Stop. Correct yourself, fix yourself, heal yourself, be wholesome for the other person who's doing the same thing that you're doing, working on themselves to be in a wholesome relationship. Simple as that. So I hope this message finds you well. I'm Fonzie Murph, and I'm out. Peace.